Riprap is a poorly understood, misaligned practice. It looks terrible, it's usually poorly installed, and as we all know, performs poorly. There just hasn't been demand for a better solution like there is now with enforcement of stormwater regulations, inspections, and required maintenance. ScourStop Transition Mat is a new, patented, and proven solution to scouring directly downstream of a pipe or outfall, erosion on an overflow structure, or at a shoreline. It's a mechanically anchored 4 foot by 4 foot by ½ inch semi-rigid polymer mat designed with voids throughout the structure which enable vegetative growth. Transition mats are a biotechnical replacement for rock riprap, providing mechanical protection against much greater shear stress and velocities than vegetation alone or riprap would provide, and in fact are comparable in performance to articulated concrete blocks. Specified anchors are essential to the ScourStop system and performance. They anchor the mats and soil covers, ensuring 100% performance and effectiveness from the first hour of installation, a tremendous benefit not seen with any other turf reinforcement mat or vegetated practice. The anchors ensure intimate contact with the soil by securing the mats on variable surface contours and steep slopes, enable deep anchorage in wet soils and/or sandy soils, and provide soil profile stabilization. ScourStop is a critical element in a 2-part erosion control system, an erosion control system that must be engineered for long-term, no-maintenance performance. ScourStop protects high-stress areas against erosion, and other BMPs, also engineered for each project, protect the balance of the system. This system complies with both the intent and the requirements of NPDES Phase 2 Rule Number 5 for post-construction stormwater controls. Extreme scour testing at Colorado State University using industry-standard cumulative 30-minute duration flows of 8, 12, and 16 feet per second confirmed ScourStop mats effectively protect the soil from scour. To demonstrate the forces of 16 feet per second, CSU performed a comparison test utilizing properly sized rock riprap. The rock riprap failed at 10 feet per second and was completely destroyed at 16 feet per second, creating a 3-foot deep crater and spewing 70-pound rocks 15 feet downstream from the outlet. ScourStop carried this same 16 feet per second force for 30 minutes, protecting plain, unrooted, fresh-cut sod with no measurable erosion. Further testing at CSU on their 23% slope confirmed immediate effectiveness at flows greater than 21 feet per second and 8 pounds of shear. All of our research is scientific, reproducible, and defensible independent testing with accepted test protocol. EPA Phase 2 Minimum Requirement Number 5 requires an MS4 to develop, implement, and enforce a program to reduce pollutants in post-construction runoff and to ensure maintenance of those post-construction controls. Vegetation reduces pollutants by filtration and promotes groundwater recharge through infiltration. ScourStop and best management practices like turf reinforcement mats facilitate these vegetated solutions, thus supporting both Phase 2 intent and requirements for MS4s. The status quo alternative, rock riprap, is often specified only because there has been no other alternative. Proper installation and performance of riprap is always suspect. But now, Phase 2 requires channel design and appropriate soil protection for the entire distance to the receiving waters, as well as maintenance of all post-construction runoff controls. Developers and property owners endorse ScourStop use because it enables an aesthetic, natural landscape, improving their property values. An additional economic benefit is the reduction of right-of-way space, which means more rentable space. Eliminating rock riprap also saves thousands of dollars in annual property maintenance costs, both for the property owner and the MS4, which inherits the right-of-way. Further endorsement for ScourStop comes from a rarely used federally supported document called a public interest finding. This document was issued by the state of Iowa and affirmed by Federal Highway for the use of proprietary product ScourStop on state and federal projects. The state of Iowa recognized the benefits of this product over rock riprap, stating it was in the public's best interest to utilize ScourStop. Generally, the ScourStop system is less expensive than hard armor alternatives on a cost basis. On a life cost analysis, the ScourStop system is easily and clearly the lower cost alternative. We say ScourStop system because ScourStop is not utilized over the entire area as some products are, but is primarily used at the higher stress areas and complemented with other products where the stresses have dissipated. On larger water conveyances, the ScourStop vegetated system has repeatedly shown much lower project costs than riprap or other alternatives. ScourStop use is appropriate in most situations and conducive to general application and installation. ScourStop can be delivered and installed with one man and a pickup. A skid loader or box blade can typically prepare the soil and finish grade each location. A driver, utility knife, and pliers are the only tools required for the actual installation. Certified installers are highly recommended to ensure required performance. ScourStop must be installed over some type of soil cover. It is never used alone. The simplest mode is installation over plain sod. Sod protects the soil particles and provides instant vegetation with no risk of poor seed germination. When ScourStop was installed over sod at Colorado State University, the combination carried 16 feet per second from a 33-inch pipe for 30 minutes without eroding the test site. To put into perspective, that amount of water would cover a football field 5.5 feet deep over 1.2 million gallons. Although sod used to be considered an expensive option, it is not today considering the cost of alternative soil covers. Other alternative installation modes include a sod and turf reinforcement mat combination, a high-performance TRM application, and a geotextile TRM combination. At least one of these installation modes will perform in any given application, and oftentimes ScourStop provides more than one alternative installation mode. This CD provides a thorough design manual, designer's checklist, installation checklist, construction specifications, and CAD files. Thank you for considering ScourStop, the green replacement for rock riprap.